Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Now from an awkward lie, a second to the par 3.
I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
So he'll finish that off for his par, and it was a great wedge shot that really saved the day there.
Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Wonderful tee shot here. Biggest challenge is you cannot see the pin sitting on the green. Gonna have to pick out a point along the edge of the cliffs to get the ball on line.
Oh, what a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank? Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Oh, yeah, what a putt there. A second eagle of the round, no less. He has been on his game so far.
Well, this is straight at it. It's a really good line.
Yeah, that's a good spot right there, and a chance now for a birdie here at 7.
11 feet away.
Not a problem. That's in for birdie, and that score moves to 2 under par. From the fairway, we check in with Nota.
Beautiful tee shot. Great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Just think about it. You got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Yes, very methodically done, and that one in for a birdie. Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot. Now watch this go. Oh, it's going to trundle right on down the slope. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
127 yards, that's what he's looking at down the flagstick. And that wind is herring from left to right, so you need to factor that in as you start this ball.
Oh, it was a good strike. I could tell that by the sound as the ball came off the club face. That little bounce and check. Well done.
Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that will mean it's a 34 on the front side, 1 under par. Yeah, that one going to chase down the fairway a little, and it'll wind up perfect. A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Oh, the pace was spot on. That ball somehow just decided not to go down.
Well, he gave that birdie putt a good run, but par is all I'll have to show for it.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. And I think that may have surprised him. That carried much further than he anticipated. Now some touch needed here for his second. And a good putt there. He gets that to fall, and it's a third consecutive par here to begin his back nine. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. From the fairway nota, this his second.
112 yards left. Have to calculate the wind coming from right to left. Sand wedge in the air, coming in just left of the hole, but should end up very nice.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
Not too bad. Didn't quite get it far enough left, and maybe a little too gentle as well. That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
The beauty of this par 5, so many different ways to play it. It can be a little wayward, even with the tee shot or the second shot, but really, it's going to be about the third shot today. How close can you hit it?
Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
That's 1 under on the day.
And that one not straight enough. It's going to work its way into the bunker. So this one going to have to carry a long way.
An opportunity goes awry. Chance to show the short game skills out of the bunker, and far from it. Certainly seen some short game skills today, and that's more evidence here, really keeping this round together as we get closer to the clubhouse.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. This starting toward the right side. So after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4. And that not quite going to hold the green, but that'll be okay. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet.
So what's happened there for his par, set up by the nice putt from off the green that nearly went in.
Oh, he flushed that one, and that just got up in the breeze and took off on him. This will test the skill set here. It's his second.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that, in for a par. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Well, Frank, it is a pleasant walk under any circumstances, but how good is it when you've knocked it on in 2 here at the 18th at Pebble Beach?
It's a lot better than picking one out of the Pacific Ocean, Rich. That was just a great shot. And finally, you can exhale. The job is nearly finished.
Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. And that will mean it is a round of 65, 7 under par. Absolutely terrific. So yet another wonderful day at Pebble Beach. Though, Frank, it's not finished yet, though the sun is beginning to set. You and I are heading... Welcome in, everyone, to EA Sports' continuing coverage of PGA Tour Golf. With Frank Nobilo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always part of your game that you're focused on, so I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green, if you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens, that's the secret. And that is not a fairway hit. It's definitely gone into the rough. Certainly not the start everybody was expecting.
A dead-on look here for birdie. Ah, yes, very well read. To 1 under now for the day. And that's going to miss the fairway. So after the birdie at 1, he'll need to play his second at 2 from the rough.
It shouldn't be too bad where he is. He should have a decent look at the green. That's the benefit of really bombing a tee shot down there. Sets up a simple little chip and a birdie.
Okay, he'll finish that off from a couple of feet away, and that is a birdie. And that ball going to roll out a little too much as the momentum carries it all the way into the bunker. Boy, that needed to hit the flagstick. It nearly went in the hole, but instead, it runs out quite a ways. Got it there, but not quite on target. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Oh, that is way right. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. From about 8 feet. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Iona, this a birdie putt.
Yeah, this is a sweeping putt from left to right. It's going to do that pretty much the entire way as it trundles to the hole.
That's not quite dead from there. That is a good distance short. Yep, well holed there. That could have easily been a 4, but solid work to escape with his 3. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Just a bit too much on the second shot on this par 5, but shouldn't have too much trouble getting it up and down for the birdie. Oh, yeah. I mean, he had to be thinking about making that kind of talent. He possesses the good hands. Beautiful shot right there, and that is an eagle. And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That, so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green. Oh, would you expect anything less with the way things are going? Everything is dropping right now, even balls from off the green.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Okay, maybe overplayed that a little bit, but it is on the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, this one's all about a light touch in the hands. There's really not a lot of break in it, but it will gain speed as it goes down this ridge.
That one just gonna sneak on by. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
In my book, that's a good shot. You could really aim at the middle of just about every single green. If you did it all day long, some of those would finish up close, and you'd have plenty of birdie putts.
Oh, there's the surgeon's touch right there. Well done to run that in for a birdie. Solid. A good drive in the fairway.
Needs to get all of this from 190 yards.
Early part of this second nine and a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
The line perfect there, and that's in for a birdie.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th. Good soft hands. That is nicely done.
This from about 10 feet.
Nah, that one's going to go begging. It misses right. Frustration there. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. This one started up the right side. No fairway here. This one in that rough. Frankie's not going to make the highlight shows tonight, but he might still make par, which isn't all bad.
Hey, let's face it, that is very forgettable.
That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. He couldn't quite hold the green there, and that is into the left rough. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. Beautifully done right there. That's how you keep good rounds going. A terrific putt to save par. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Chance now for another birdie. Yeah, walk that one right in. That's a good putt. And it's in for a birdie. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. That's it. 2 solid shots right there, Frank.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5 and comfortably on for 2.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some days you just can't miss, and this is one of those days. What a putt there as he'll walk away with an eagle. That is going to miss off to the left, so now par going to be very difficult from there.
And that flop shot was actually a little bit of a flop. Comes up way short.
Ah, beautifully done right there. That's how you keep good rounds going. A terrific putt to save par. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Now this for another birdie.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh yeah, bottom of the barrel for birdie here at 18. And that won't quite get them into the 50s, but that's quibbling. This is a round of 60. So Frank, this a bogey-free round, and I'll tell you what, those are not easy to come by on a course like this.
Yeah, not a blemish, and it really didn't look like that too. So well in control. Just got to make a few more birdies. That's the only thing. I mean that is a
EA Sports coverage of PGA Tour golf finds us in the heartland of the U.S. at historic Southern Hills Country Club in the bustling city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner, and partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. That could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special. That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Nota Begay the third is down there. This for an opening birdie.
Speed, not break, will be the issue here as it picks up momentum going down the slope. Oh, he paid that one too much respect. It's not quite that fast.
8-foot putt here.
Okay, so big drive here at the first, but only a par to show for it.
Those trees are like brick walls today. Hit that and went straight down into the rough.
So from the rough, here's his second at 2.
I imagine a miss club because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
Oh, and that runs out of gas far too early. That is not where you want to leave the golf ball. Yep, that's a good job right there. Don't overthink it. He didn't, and he'll come away with a par. All right, in the fairway. Pin tucked in the back right here as he readies his second. This is looking really good.
A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Oh yes, that's the right line, and it's in for a birdie. Well done. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Gonna take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. A little too much spice on that one. That flies the green, and he'll be chipping out of the rough. Now a delicate little chip here for his second. 1 under for the round. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Oh, this could be good.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Not only a long putt, but a bending putt. Strong right to left in this one. They'll be very pleased just to get this one within a couple of feet. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. That, so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second.
Really, you have to credit the tee shot because that was huge. Great position, but the touch, every bit as good. Beautiful shot.
Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and that finishes off a strong front 9. It's a 33, 2 under par.
There's two schools of thought here. Bomb a driver down there, but perhaps have an awkward yardage, or hit the 3-wood and have a full iron in here.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
It's 125 yards left to the hole. Pin on the left portion of this green, so it will favour a wee draw.
I like the looks of this one.
Oh, that was a good strike. Took it straight at it, too. That one bounce and check. Well played.
That's as stress-free a birdie as you're going to get on this course. That is well done. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Good chance to save par after that beautiful flop shot. Looked in trouble there at one stage.
Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. A little over 80 yards here as he gets set for his second.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
That's a half a ball away from going in. Very well read.
Shake of the head there. That nearly a birdie, but they'll have to be content with a par.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Well, that one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Okay, his fine play continues. He is dialed in as the short birdie putt here gets him to 4 under for his round. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Four under on the day. This one starting up that left side. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. See what he can do with this one. His second at the 15th. Just want to avoid the flyer lie coming out of that rough.
That's a good shot out of the rough. Really controlled the lack of spin out of the grass. Ball didn't jump either, so did not go over the green.
Ah, beautifully done right there. That's how you keep good rounds going. A terrific putt to save par. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. Got every bit of that fluid all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is some kind of round going on now. What a putt that was. It's an eagle, and his sensational play continues on this backside. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. That one is really long, Frank. He miscalculated there.
Well, there has to be something. I mean, from where he was, it's just an aberration. Seriously, that little green patch down the end there with a flag in it, that's where you're meant to go. Not like sailing over yonder.
This is a 9-footer. Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. How about 5 under par for the day? and that will do just fine. Now note his second from the fairway.
He's got 154 yards to the hole, sitting in the front left hole location.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Okay, a good putt for his par here at the 18th green. And that will finish off a very solid round, 5 under 66. So, Frank, another round in the books, and that was an entertaining day at the golf course.
Rich, I still can't believe they pay us to do this.